Okay, so today we are in the US running SayIntentions and Flight Simulator 2024, and we're going to explore the GA experience that has been developed by SayIntentions. So this allows us, if I just show you the settings for this, I'm running SayIntentions in the background. If we go and click on the cog in SayIntentions and click on traffic, we now have options for commercial traffic density and GA traffic density, which means if we go and look at the map, if we look into LittleNavMap, we can see GA aircraft and commercial aircraft around us. You can see various aeroplanes flying around the place. So I thought what we might do is maybe either fly over towards Martha's Vineyard, or we'll fly in towards the city, and I haven't quite made my mind up yet. So we are at Tweed, New Haven at the moment. I thought what we might begin with, though, because we're doing VFR, we're not going to have an IFR flight plan, is we'll just get clearance for takeoff from Tweed, New Haven, maybe do some circuits, and then we'll head off maybe down towards New York into Manhattan and see just how crazy the air traffic becomes around the area. But hopefully if we do some circuits here at Tweed, New Haven, we'll be able to hear the other GA aircraft around us in the air. Okay, so we'll just wait for the aircraft to load itself. There it goes. And we'll go and get it started. So I'm going to work through my own procedure to start the airplane up. I should have put a link to this in the notes of the video. I'll do so later. If you do want a copy of this, just go to johnbeckett.online and follow the links through to this shop. Or just go look at my blog at johnbeckett.substack.com, because I very recently posted all about this aircraft. So it should be good fun. Okay, so shift and space centers our cockpit view up. We can go look down at the tablet, go to ground, go and attach the ground power unit to the aeroplane. And then we can go back overhead with shift and 5, turn the batteries on, turn the external power on. Then shift and 9 takes us further overhead, radio power feed masters on and the cooling system on for the radios. We're also going to turn on the seatbelt and the no smoking signs. Apologise for my voice, by the way. I've not been very well the last few days. Shift and 4 brings us over to the lower left of the overhead panel, so we can go and put the nav lights on. Then we can go and put the fuel boost pumps on. So mains boost, emergency pump, and main pump on both sides of the aircraft. Okay, shift and 4 takes us down. We can go and put the anti-collision lights on, which doubles up as a beacon light. So this is warning people outside we're about to go start the engines. And we can then come down into the cockpit. We can advance the right fuel control lever to the on position. And then overhead, we can go and put the start master to start, choose engine number 2, and hold in the starter. And with a little bit of luck, you will see the RPM is coming up, and if we go and look outside, you'll see the engine is being spun up. So when it gets through 20%, which it has done, it should kick off all on its own actually. So the starter will come back out very shortly. There it goes. So that means the start process is complete for that engine. So we can move the selector back, move this back to safe, and we can then start the first engine. So same process again really. Down here we go and advance the fuel control lever for engine number 1. Put the start master on, select engine number 1 and hold the button in. And if we look down here, you'll see the RPM coming up. When it gets to about 7,000 RPM, the plunger will come back out for the starter, meaning that the start sequence is complete. wait for that to happen. So 6,000. A few more seconds and that should pop back out all on its own. There we go. So we can move back to safe. We can put the selector in the middle. And now we can go and busy ourselves with first of all down here we're going to advance these fuel control levers all the way forwards. So from the start position to forwards. And then we're going to go overhead and sort the generators out. So generators on for engine numbers 1 and 2. And then on the other side we're going to go and turn the inverters on. And the alternators as well. So we flip the alternators up to start and then they fall back to on, all on their own. So we can now remove the external power from the aeroplane. So back in the tablet down here we can remove the ground power unit. There's a lovely bug in it actually where if you forget the ground power unit and you go and take off, it will still be attached to the aeroplane. Okay, so we're back into the cockpit. So we're going to press comma to calibrate the altimeter. And then we're going to put a flight plan in if we need one. So we'll just go through. I've got the GTN 650, I think this one is installed. So it's doing a tours test at the moment. We don't actually have a flight plan. We're just going to be figuring out as we go. So we don't necessarily need to program anything, but we can leave it on the map page. It'll be quite useful while we're flying. If we do, after doing a couple of circuits, decide we want a flight plan, we can easily program one in afterwards. Let's just go and show the message for the license. That's all done. Okay, so radios. We're going to be using SayIntentions. So, yep, COM radio 1 is on. That's good. And there's the nav radios, so we'll go and switch that to TR. Just having a check around to see if there's anything that looks strange anywhere. It's all looking good so far. Typically you would go and set, so especially as we're going to be doing some pattern work to begin with, I'm going to ask for runway number 2. There's only a few knots of wind, so it shouldn't make any difference. Let's see if they'll let us use runway number 2. So 109.1 would be the ILS. So it's going to be interesting. I want to try the ILS out. So what was it? 109.1. So 109. Okay, it's here. That's the volume. .1. You'll notice up here this is on VLOC mode, which is good, which means that the HSI will work correctly. And we want a course of 16 degrees magnetic, so this is the HSI. Okay. So it remains to be seen if any of this stuff will work. Just wondering what that does. Anyway, we'll soon find out, won't we? So engines are up and running. We've set the radios up. We haven't set the heading bug yet. So the actual runway direction is 16 degrees. So we'll go and spin the heading bug around to about 16 degrees, and that will just give us a nice visual reference when we're flying the circuits. Okay, SayIntentions is running in the background and we can try this out now. So if we go and tune in the ground frequency for Tweed New Haven 121.7, because we have the radio on, it's going to respect that. And we should, with a little bit of luck, if we go and have a look around ourselves, we need to have the taxi light on actually, don't we? Let's go and put the taxi lights on and familiarise ourselves with the layout of the airfield. So if we're wanting to taxi down, I imagine we're going to be sent along Alpha, Charlie, Bravo, and yeah, Bravo all the way. Alpha, Charlie and Bravo. So that's kind of what we'll be expecting if we're allowed to take off from runway 02, or just runway 2. Okay, we're tuned into ground, aren't we? 121.7. Let's just double check that. Yes, we are. And we are operating as Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo today. So that's our tail number. We don't have an IFR flight plan, so we're just going by our tail registration. Ground, Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo requesting taxi to runway 02.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo runway 2 taxi via Hotel Alpha Charlie Bravo.
Taxi via Hotel Alpha Charlie Bravo. Bravo Echo Kilo. Okay, so coming out of here, we want to do an immediate right turn, and then an immediate left turn, and then left. So let's put my head tracking on. Do we need to do anything with the propellers yet? I don't think so. We're in ground mode here, which will give us a small amount of positive. Test out the turning abilities of this aeroplane without doing a push brake.
Is looking to pick up a flight following to Foxtrot Romeo Golf at 2000 VFR.
Piper 257.
Oh, we're in the
New
dirt.
Haven ground.
Now, this would be interesting actually to see if this would kick up dust.
You have your SimBrief username set up, and you'll need to file your IFR flight plan on SimBrief. SimBrief is free.
Interestingly, it doesn't.
SimBrief username in the app settings. If you'd like to fly VFR, just let me know.
Flying VFR 257 Papa.
Maybe we weren't on loose enough dirt for it to kick any up.
257 Papa is flying VFR.
So John is asking, if you download this aircraft, will it remedy the disappearing textures? I don't know, I've not tried it yet. I imagine it will. Okay, so we're coming down towards Alpha, and then the first right. Keep an eye out for other aeroplanes today because we have GA and commercial aircraft around. You can see there's somebody coming out there. Let's get the
Tweed ground, Piper 516 Tango Whiskey,
flaps
ready
to
to copy
take off.
IFR clearance to Beverly Regional with information Mike.
I've just overshot, haven't I?
Clear to Beverly Regional, vectors to thumb
great.
and as file.
We're going to have to do a U-turn here.
Expect 3,510 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.0, squawk 5567. Piper 516 Tango Whiskey. All aircraft information Bravo is now current. Altimeter 2995.
Let's see how good this is.
257 Papa is looking to pick up a flight following to Kilo Romeo Golf at 2000.
Ground, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo. I have overshot the Charlie taxiway. Can I backtrack on the runway 32?
Havana 624 clear for push and start. Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo negative, runway 32 not available for backtrack. Taxi via Bravo to runway 02.
So I have to double bank. Thankfully this thing turns really nicely. And we can use just the left engine. And get ourselves out of trouble.
Havana 624 runway 20 taxi via Delta.
Runway 20 taxi via Delta, Havana 624.
Ground, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, requesting permission to cross runway 32.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo cross runway 32.
Crossing runway 32, Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo. Okay, then we take the left fork along Bravo down towards runway 02. Are there many aircraft around in the airspace around us? Not at the moment, but that may change. I can't imagine we're going to need the whole runway. We will go for it. We'll go and taxi all the way to the end. I know the YS-11 has got very good short field performance. So you can basically rotate at about 90 knots. But we're going to give ourselves all of the runway we can. The scenery around here is really good, isn't it? Was there no hold short marker? No, there isn't. Oh, it was back there. Okay, we'll hold short here and talk to the tower. We weren't handed off either, were we? But it shouldn't always happen, so it's down to you as a professional pilot to do that for them. Tower, Japan Air, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, holding short runway 02 for left pattern work.
Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, Tweed New Haven Airport Tower, left closed traffic approved. Report midfield each time. Winds 250 at 7, runway 2 cleared for takeoff.
Left closed traffic approved. Runway 02 will report downwind each time. Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo cleared for takeoff.
Piper 308 Juliet Tango, could request flight following. Roger, 124.075, Piper 308 Juliet Tango, good day.
Okay, let's go and extend the landing
New
lights.
Haven Tower, Piper 308 Juliet Tango, with you, requesting IFR clearance to...
That was interesting.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, runway 2, winds 250 at 7, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 2, Japan Air, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo. So we're off to the races. So 50 knots. Hold to look where I'm going really. 80 knots, rotate gently. Gear up. We don't want to go too high, so that's 500 feet. And we'll start our bank. So we're going to do a big old left turn to the reciprocal direction. So about 1,250 feet will be good enough for us. Although saying that, look, we're climbing up to 1,300, I need to trim it out a little bit. Just coming round to the reciprocal of our takeoff direction. There we go, back to 1,000 feet, perfect. Let's just check the altitude.
Welcome to Tweed New Haven.
So 7 feet, so 1,000 feet was correct.
Contact ground on 121.7, Cessna 152. Clear for takeoff, Cessna 152.
Tower, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, downwind for closed left pattern into runway 2.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, runway 2 cleared for the option.
Cleared for the option, runway 2, Bravo Echo Kilo. So we're just basically going downwind far enough. And if you remember, we tuned in the ILS earlier, so we need to slow down a little bit. So let's keep an eye on this gauge down here. So we get a single bar across it, that's going to be our position on the glide slope, isn't it? So we do have puppy lights here, look, so we've got 4 reds, so we can confirm if the ILS works. Yeah, it's working. I scoot us forward slightly, then you can see the HSI here is agreeing with what we're seeing here. Tower, Japan Air, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, on approach runway 02 for touch and go.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, enter left downwind for runway 2. Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, runway 2 cleared for the option.
Cleared for the option, runway 02, Bravo Echo Kilo. So the ILS works. Okay, let's try that again. Airfield, see it over the left window there. So just bringing the aircraft round to the reciprocal, so the opposite direction we took off from, we can watch the heading bug. This is the trick we're playing, look. So we can just level out when the heading bug is on the opposite side of the directional gyro. We're at 1,000 feet, so we're just trimming the plane out. Obviously it's going to accelerate and generate more lift. So while we're abeam the airport, we have to tell Tower. Tower, Japan Air, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, downwind for touch and go, runway 02.
Citation 2 Delta Romeo. You're leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Frequency change approved for 2 Delta Romeo.
Striker 5564 for a radio check. Thank you.
Let's have a look on the map. So we were a bit faster this time, look, so it's a bit of a wider berth. Let's get some speed off. Get the gear down. Tower, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, turning base for touch and go, runway 02. Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo on approach, runway 02 for touch and go. Be interesting to do some approaches with zero visibility, wouldn't it? I wonder why the tower is no longer responding to us. Maybe they're on change of shifts.
Yeah, New Haven Tower, Dakota 69629, heading north, altitude 2,000 feet for VFR flight. Is your northbound 2,000 feet for Dakota 69629.
Dakota 69629, roger, continue northbound at 2,000 feet.
Ooh!
Continue at 2,000
That was
feet
fun.
for Dakota 69629.
So, did you notice that?
Thank you.
When we came in, the aircraft suddenly sank, and it did it again. There's something weird in the flight model. We're going to have a play with this. So, let's try that again. So I've got the flaps in the same position they were. Let's just straighten the rudder up. Gear up. It didn't sink this time, look. It was kicking dust up. That was quite cool. How strange. So we had the same power, same sort of speed, and it didn't sink. I wonder whether there was some wind shear going on across the end of the runway. Maybe the wind is turning around more. No, it's only showing 3 knots. Although 3 knots now. Maybe it was more earlier. Interesting. So we could have suddenly had wind coming from behind us, which would have caused us to sink. Which is why you don't take the gear up that quickly. Especially if you don't know the aeroplane. So let's try coming in on a much more direct route. Tower, Japan Air, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo requesting immediate landing, runway 02.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, winds 250 at 7, runway 2, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 2, Japan Air, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo. So what we're going to do is a proper Spitfire approach.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
This is a bit more like a Isafjorda kind of approach, isn't it? Okay, let's see this again from outside. We're in exactly the same position we were. Yeah, the wind is changing, look. Look at that. We really struggled to get away from the floor.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, welcome to Tweed, New Haven. Contact ground on 121.7.
Negative, Bravo Echo Kilo is departing to the north.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, winds 250 at 7, runway 2, cleared to land. Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, roger, continue northbound departure.
Continuing northbound departure, Bravo Echo Kilo. So we'll fly away from the airfield and then we'll get flight following. And fly down towards the city, I suppose, and get some busy airspace. So...
Very good. I just thought it was overly quiet today down there. Enjoy the peace and tranquility while you can.
660.
Thank you, sir. Yes, it is, and it's a little bit turbulent up here, but should be okay.
He's got a character.
514 Romeo Sierra.
Starship 514 Romeo Sierra, say again your request, please.
I don't think he quite understood the chatter. So, if we need to stay north of the airspace around Sikorsky, don't we? So let's just level up. And we can center the heading bug just by clicking on it. So that happen. And then we can go heading mode and altitude hold mode. And the autopilot will look after us for a bit. Slow the engines down a bit as well. So we're flying off across countryside after doing our fun and games. Tweed New Haven Tower, Japan Air, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, switching over to center. Good day. If they'll respond to that or if they'll just take it as a announcement. Okay, so we go to center 126275, which has happened, and we are at 2,500 feet, which is perfect for VFR. Center Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo with you, departing New Haven to the west at 2,500 feet, requesting flight following.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, squawk 1556 in ident.
Boston Center, Frontier Flight 3058, flight level 310.
Frontier Flight 3058, radar contact. Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, radar contact. 8 north of Bridgeport at 2400 feet. Bridgeport altimeter 3003.
So let's just double check this and have a look. Uncontrolled, 0 to 2,500 feet is controlled. So
Endeavour 5447, contact New York approach on 125.7.
but we are being controlled because we're in flight following.
Switching to New York approach on 125.7, Endeavour 5447.
So if we
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, contact Tweed New Haven Tower on 124.8.
Contacting Tweed New Haven Tower 124.8, Bravo Echo Kilo. Good day. Tweed New Haven Tower, Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo with you, 2,500 feet.
Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, Tweed New Haven Airport Tower, New Haven Tower, roger. Continue inbound for runway 2, winds 250 at 7.
They still haven't got the idea, have they? Negative. We are departing to the west for a tour of New York. Bravo Echo Kilo.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, roger. Continue westbound departure for your tour of New York.
Wilco, Bravo Echo Kilo. So we need to choose where we're going to fly via. So let's stop this from centering itself for a start. And we want to avoid the big airports, obviously, because there'll be Bravo airspaces around them. So just to begin with, let's fly out to the VOR over here at Carmel. 116.60. And you will see the interesting. Is this running in? Oh, it's in GPS mode. So come back out of here, go to default nav, change the CDI mode over to VLOC, and come back out of there. We should have a working, HSI. So this will tell us the direction to fly once we center up the CDI. There we go. 297 degrees. So we'll move our heading bug to match.
Landed 514 Romeo Sierra. Requesting permission
So there's the direction of the VOR as well.
Starship 514 Romeo Sierra, welcome to Tweed New Haven. Contact ground on 121.7.
Roger, 121.7, 514 Romeo.
So we've got an aircraft approaching that's within 1,000 feet. It's actually no, there's 1,000 foot separation at C208, which we should see fairly soon. But we might be warned about it. So he's out that way somewhere, 1,000 foot higher than us. If we were flying in the evening, we'd be able to see him, because we'd see his our lights. I'm just wondering if he's going to appear on here. There he is. It's going to pass behind us just. We're still, if you look at the nautical miles here, further away than he looks. It's about 4 miles away now. And we'll see him. So we're looking that way. It's more that way. There he. Oh, is that him? It's not. And he's disappeared.
Further descent instructions.
Starship 514 Romeo Sierra, say again your request.
When can I expect further descent instructions? Roger, 10.
Center, Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo. We were tracking a C208 that was travelling south over Ridgefield, we lost it on our sensors. Do you have it?
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo negative. We do not have a C-208 on our radar over Ridgefield at this time.
Interesting. Okay, so we're about to pass through the VOR. So let's do a 90-degree left turn in towards the city. We could program some routing into this, couldn't we, as well, along the way, just so we can see it on the map. So we come back out of here, go to flight plan. We took off from Tweed New Haven. We've just flown to CMK. So CMK, enter. And then if we were imagining we're going to fly straight down through the city towards COL, which is Colt's Neck. Go and look that up on the map, then you can now see it's corrected itself for what we are and where we're going. So if we just pencil this in here as well, and put that in as well, then you can see we're pretty much following the route. What's the on Colt's Neck? Range is only 40 miles. Range on the one we've just flown by is 40 miles, and we're leaving it on a radial of 217 degrees ideally. So let's go and set our course to 217, and then the CDI will tell us where we are.
Experimental 39er Tango holding short of 20, ready
so we're off to the left at the moment.
Experimental 39er Tango, winds 250 at 7, runway 20 cleared for takeoff. Safe travels.
Right a little bit. We'll put ourselves on an intercept course to come back in towards that radial. Okay, so while you're flying the airplane, if you want the airplane to do it for you, you can just choose localizer mode and it will track it for you. If you're using GPS, you need to use track mode and not localizer. Okay. So we're heading straight into very, very busy airspaces. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. What we might want to do is come down the Hudson actually. Rather than fly straight through the middle of it all. So should we go and put some waypoints in? We might have to go to GPS navigation to do this though. So FEMDU will be the first one. So if we go back in here, go default nav and say GPS. So that's going to break this. It's going to go, it's still saying localizer at the moment, but we want track. And then we can go and put in, instead of going straight for Colt's Neck, we're going to insert FEMDU first. So click on this one, insert after, and put in FEMDU, enter. And is it still tracking? It should be. Oh, it's got the wrong, so activate leg. Okay, so it's going to do the right turn now, look. So a bit late for it, but so what we've done is that. So we're obviously massively off to one side. So the airplane's going to snake over this way, and then we'll put in a ZAB key, add waypoint. So we'll let the airplane do its best with that. So then insert after Z, A, B. Oh, look at it pausing. KI, enter. And then Liberty, add Liberty, LBRTY. So after there, insert after LBRTY, enter. And that should be good. So Decker, I guess, after Liberty. CKR. Enter. And then Melrose. Okay. So, which centre are we? We're still on Tweed New Haven Tower. That doesn't make any sense. The handoff hasn't happened, has it? So we really should be talking to New York Area Control Centre. 124.9. Is that available here? This is obviously showing us Westchester, which is the nearest airport, which we just flown past. So let's go for centre here. Centre, Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo with you, 2,500 feet. That's why we can't hear anything.
Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo, Echo Kilo, New York Center. Good afternoon, White Plains, altimeter 3006.
So you can see the city's just starting to render in the distance.
Papa Alpha Yankee, we'd like a fix if you can give me one. Can you tell me where I am? Thank you. I'm landed in some basketball court. Got to know if the area is safe or not. Papa Alpha Yankee.
Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, New York Center. Radar contact. 17 miles northeast of Tweed New Haven at 2500 feet. Tweed New Haven, altimeter 3003. Remain on this frequency.
We'll remain on this frequency. Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo.
Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, New York Center. You have now been cleared into the Bravo airspace. Exit the Bravo immediately. Once clear, advise when ready to copy phone number for possible pilot deviation.
Please give us vectors to exit the Bravo airspace. Bravo Echo Kilo.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, turn left heading 180 to exit the Bravo airspace.
Turning left of 180. Bravo Echo Kilo. Why? I'm just following their vectors, but I don't believe that. That makes no sense. Maybe we were on centre too late, so we were already in.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, contact Kennedy approach on 125.7.
1,300 to 7,000, yeah. Contacting Kennedy approach 125.7, Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo. Kennedy approach. Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo with you at 2,500 feet, doing a tour of New York.
Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, Kennedy departure. Good afternoon, Teterboro, altimeter 3003.
So I'm going to take the autopilot off, and we're going to go and fly. As long as we stay at VFR
Delta 2339 at 0.
we should be okay.
Delta 2339, radar contact. Delta 2589, contact LaGuardia Tower on 118.7. Over to LaGuardia Tower on 118.7, EE Delta 2589.
There's LaGuardia down there.
Brickyard 3538, contact New York Center on 128.675.
Over to New York Center on 128.675, Brickyard 3538.
Delta 557, contact LaGuardia Tower on 118.7.
118.7 which way's the wind?
For Delta 557. Good day.
Endeavor 5437,
Oh, it's
contact
perfect.
LaGuardia Tower on 118.7.
Let's do a double back and go and do the
118.7 for Endeavor 5437. Good
the
day.
expressway approach into LaGuardia.
United
That'll be good
1321,
fun.
contact New York Center on 133.15.
133.15 for United 1321. Good day.
Jazz 877, contact New York Center on 133.15.
Piper 7 Mike Alpha, you already have flight following to Teterboro.
So we are going to fly out over the bay, do a left turn, come back in towards the water tower. So I think that's them there. And that will give us the expressway approach into LaGuardia for the runway 31, which is a famous approach. Should we scoot over the other side of the cockpit so we can have a nosy out of the window of the city as we go whistling past.
American 1653, radar contact, climb and maintain 11-1000.
Climb 11-1000, American 1653.
Frontier Flight 3134, direct Castle. Cleared for the RNAV, Z runway 22 approach. Descend and maintain 3000 until established.
Descending to 3000, cleared for the RNAV Z22 approach, Frontier Flight 3134.
American 1653, contact Kennedy departure on 125.7.
So there's Ellis Island.
Switching to Kennedy departure on 125.7, American 1653. Delta 2396, contact New York Center on 125.325.
5.325, Delta 2396.
So what we're looking for are those towers.
Southwest 3367, direct amps. Cleared for the RNAV, X runway 22 approach. Descend and maintain 2500 until established.
So if I show you here, we're flying it this way. If we fly in as if we were going to go in towards runway 04 at LaGuardia,
Kennedy approach,
when you get to dials, that's where the towers are, and you turn for the expressway,
Endeavor
which is there,
5052, direct assault.
and then you go around the back of the stadium.
Zulu runway 13 left approach. Descend and maintain 3000 until
So
established.
yeah, there's the expressway. Look, so you come around the back of here
Down
and
to
straight
3000
in.
cleared for the RNAV Zulu 13 left approach, Endeavor 5052. American 2036, contact New York Center on 125.325.
125.325 for American 2036. Good day.
Frontier Flight 3134, contact LaGuardia Tower on 118.7.
Switching to LaGuardia Tower on 118.7E, Frontier Flight 3134.
Center, Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, requesting expressway runway 31 at LaGuardia.
Endeavor 5052, contact Kennedy Tower on 119.1. 119.1 for Endeavor 5052. Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, runway 31 at LaGuardia is closed due to work in progress. Available runways are 20.
Departure Endeavor 5421 2000 for 4000.
Endeavour 5421, radar contact. Climb and maintain 6,000.
That's a shame.
Up to 6,000, Endeavour 5421.
Kennedy approach, Delta 454, 15,000. Delta 454, radar contact.
Endeavour 5421, contact Kennedy departure on 125.7.
125.7, I Endeavour 5421.
I can show you at least
Kennedy
what the
departure,
expressway would look
Endeavour
like, but I
5421
can't do the
0.
final approach, obviously, because they're not giving us clearance.
Endeavour 5421, radar contact.
I wonder if we give it its full name, if they'll let us do it. So, if we go and look at...
Departure American 595, 2,000 for 4,000. American 595, radar contact. Climb and maintain 12, 2000.
It's the RNAV.
Up to 12, 2000, American 595.
Yeah, it's not going to give it a nice name. But it's the expressway runway 31 visual. Center, Japan Air, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo requesting the expressway runway 31 visual into LaGuardia. So here we go, look, you can see the runway in the distance and you can see the towers, so we should be coming into them at about between 2,500 to 2,000 feet. And then you do a right turn, so we'll simulate it, because it's great fun.
Delta 2339, contact New York Center on 125.325.
125.325 for Delta 2339.
Kennedy approach, American
So as you
1609,
pass
5,000.
the towers, you can see there's the expressway.
Citation 8 Charlie November, direct Deary. Cleared for the RNAV runway 06 approach. Descend
you
and
turn
maintain altitude
expressway.
2000 until established.
And you descend as you pass along the expressway to
Descending
1,000
to
feet.
2,000, cleared for the RNAV 06 approach. Citation 8 Charlie November.
And you're looking for a water feature in the park down the end here, and the stadium obviously. And you pass around the back of them, descending and turning as you go.
Delta 1480, radar contact.
So you can see 1,400 feet, look.
Departure, Brickyard 4353, 2,000 for 4,000.
Not in a hurry.
Brickyard 4353, radar contact. Climb and maintain 8,000.
So we'll simulate the approach.
8,000, Brickyard 4353.
Delta 6 to 1. Delta 621, Kennedy departure, radar contact. Climb and maintain flight level 250, turn left. Heading 235, vectors to Robbinsville, then as filed.
So what you would normally do is you're looking for, here we go,
Kennedy
the fountain
approach,
here.
Brickyard 3591, 15,000.
We're a little bit lower than we should be, but we're going to be continuing to descend anyway. So you circle around the back
Charlie November contact, Long Island MacArthur Tower
of
on
the water
119.3.
feature. In this airplane we can go a lot more slowly than commercial traffic.
119.3 for citation 8 Charlie November.
So
Good
there's
day.
the runway, look.
Kennedy approach, United 11.
So you come around the back of here and the stadium, turning and descending as you go, and you end up lined up on runway 31.
Contact Kennedy departure on 125.7.
Switching to Kennedy departure on 125.7A, Brickyard 4353.
So we'll turn away at the last moment because we don't want to cause too much havoc.
Radar contact. United 1149, direct south PI. Cleared for the ILS runway 22 left approach. Descend and maintain altitude 2000 until
I
established.
wonder if it gets told off. Be interesting actually.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, change to advisory frequency approved. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. United.
Change to advisory frequency approved. Bravo Echo Kilo.
Climb 10,000, United 477. United.
So we simulated the expressway without clearance to do so. I love the live stream comments. Declare an emergency and land anyway, or screw them. You've already got one number to call. It's great, isn't it? So we are on common traffic advisory frequency at the moment, which means we're not on flight following anymore. I think they got fed up of us not doing as we were told. So we're over here towards the north end of New York. Where should we go? Westchester County, maybe. Or do we fly back up Long Island somewhere? Should we go turn back around? If we're on CTAF, we should just be able to fly straight through. I'm surprised we can't hear anything. I'm guessing all the traffic coming through the city is going to be on centre to get clearances and stuff. Okay. Yeah, enough fun and games. We're not going to break too many rules. Let's go back up to Westchester. So we're heading about 30 degrees by the look of it. And then we'll tune in tower at Westchester and see if we can get clearance to come in and land. We're not far away from them, are we? We're only 20 miles out. So let's go and find out the frequencies for Westchester County. Tower is 118575. Or approach is 120800. What's going on with the sim? Okay. Although that's only going to be for controlled, isn't it? Although we'll try it. We'll see if approach will take us. Why can I not change the... Oh, it's this one, isn't it? 120800. Westchester approach, Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo at 2,200 feet, requesting landing.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, unable to assist with landing. Contact LaGuardia Tower on 118.7 for landing instructions.
No. Negative. Please give us frequency for Westchester Tower.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, Westchester Tower frequency is 118.575.
Going to Westchester Tower, 118.575. Bravo Echo Kilo, good day. Westchester Tower, Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, approaching from the south, requesting full stop landing.
Kilo, enter left downwind for runway 34.
Left downwind for runway 34, Bravo Echo Kilo.
X-ray Delta 1, contact departure.
What we need to do then is almost fly this way and then double back to be downwind for 34.
Over to departure tower.
So we're going to turn left. So we'll be flying 340 degrees on the directional gyro. Yep. And then we'll turn about in a moment. So there's north. Yeah, if I just show you on the map, you'll see what we're up to. So we're flying the reciprocal on purpose. Oh, sorry, we're flying runway direction at the moment, then we're going to turn reciprocal. So there's the airfield over there, I think. So we're going to enter downwind from an angle. We're in the US, so in the US, if you had...
Bravo Echo Kilo, you're leaving the Bravo airspace. Remain outside the Bravo. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved. So long.
What? That made no sense at all. I'm going to ignore that transmission. I don't think it's behaving itself quite correctly. So we're going to turn right 180 degrees in a moment, and that will put us left downwind. But in the US, so what I was going to say before everything went a bit strange on us, is if you're going to come in downwind, you would come in 45 degrees to it to join it. So we're looking to turn to about 90 degrees and to come in at about 1,000 feet above sea level. So there's our entry angle. There's the airfield. Yeah. So then we turn to the reciprocal of the runway direction. Still descending as we go. So we want 3-4 on the back of the directional gyro.
Skyhawk 4 Charlie Victor, contact departure.
Go to departure, 714 Charlie Victor. Is our 27 cleared for the RNAV?
Okay, so now we are abeam the airfield.
714 Charlie Victor. Westchester Towers, Skyhawk 714 Charlie Victor. We'd like to circle to land 29.
Westchester Tower, Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, downwind at runway 34 for a full stop landing.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, wind 010 at 6, runway 34, cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 34, Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo. Okay, so we just wait now until we're far enough out. So normally you're looking for it kind of, 45 degrees off your tail with a smaller aeroplane. But we can do the same with this. Let's go and get the gear out. And the flaps. And then start looking to get our turn rate correct for the approach. There we go, there's the runway. couldn't judge that wonderfully, but it'll do. So we're just dropping down onto the appropriate glide slope. So you can see we've got 2 whites and 2 reds on the lights, which is good. Speed is under control. Let's get back on the center line. A little bit low.
Right downwind to runway 16, Piper 1.
Piper 1-4 Quebec, you're leaving the Bravo airspace. Remain outside the Bravo. Piper 1-4 Quebec, welcome to Westchester. Contact ground on 121.825.
Flaps take a long time to retract, don't they? I think we're going to park just over here, or on this line here. Doesn't really matter where, does it? We didn't get handed over to taxi or ground control either, did we? Maybe they haven't got ground yet.
Frequency change approved. 5 Delta Charlie. Have yourself a great night. Thank you. Westchester Tower, RV245 Delta Charlie. Would it be possible to get the departure frequency, please?
Westchester Tower, Japan Air, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo is on the blocks.
Japan Air Bravo Echo Kilo, taxi to parking via Alpha. Contact ground on 121.825 for further assistance.
We're a bit late with that one, aren't we? Let's go and contact ground and tell them we're on the blocks. Westchester ground, Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo is on the blocks, ready for shutdown.
Japan Air Golf Juliet Bravo Echo Kilo, Westchester ground, taxi to Terminal 1 Gate 2 via Alpha. Good day.
Yeah, we're not taking any notice of their instructions, seeing as they didn't hand us off. So generators can come off because we are no longer using them. Alternators can come off. Fuel pumps can go back off. That's interesting. We lost the main pumps. Maybe they come off automatically without the engines. Never noticed that before. So radios can come off, and No smoking had turned itself off as well. Oh, we crashed into the ground, didn't we, earlier? While we were messing around with the aeroplane. Obviously some of the default positions aren't the same, which is interesting in itself. Okay, so they've got an inspection light that they'd switched on. They got some very strange factory defaults. Okay, so we don't need the ground power unit. We're not playing games with that, so we can go and just turn the batteries off, and we're cold and dark. So there are some options inside the aeroplane to do things like open the left front door, and then if we go and have a look outside, that's all animated. If there wasn't a building in the way. Isn't it wonderful when that happens? So then you can ask for the stairs to be extended. It takes a few seconds to begin. And here they come. Then obviously the passengers can be thrown off the aircraft. So that was good fun. Didn't see much in the way of GA traffic, but there was a little bit about. Obviously, SayIntentions are still working on it, and I guess the city isn't the best place to go see it. I'm guessing at some point in the not too distant future we'll go off into the Midwest to some of the regional airports, and we should see lots and lots of GA traffic doing what GA traffic does. So this was a bit of an extreme example, going anywhere near the city. So there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed that today. That was just a little look at flying the, and now I'm going to get the name wrong, NAMC YS-11. So NAMC stands for Nihon Aircraft Manufacturing Corporation, or company. It was a group of companies put together by the Japanese government to build the airliner back in the 50s. So there we go. I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'll see you all again soon. Take care.